Hey everyone, Agnach here. Welcome to another video. On today's video, I'm bringing you another powerful army that uses the Super Wizard blimp, and it's so easy to use. The army I will be using is this. The Bli-zard in the CC with the Rage and 3 invisibility spells. I like using gobs as they trigger the traps and stagger the deployment of the wizards as well. For my Sui, I have 2 Ice Golems, 1 Yeti, 4 Funneling and 3 Super Wall Breakers. With this army, I don't use the RC for the Sui part, but I send her with the Warden and the 37 Hogs. If you find that you are getting a lot of time fails like I have had in the past, maybe swap a few Hogs for Wizards and they can help with the cleanup. You can even add a miner or 2 there if there's many storages in the center of the base. I'll be showing mainly my Legend League hits, but we'll also be showing a war attack that Mida did in one of our recent wars using this technique. So let's go to the first attack. So the first attack is here, and I was on my Legends League day and I sent the blimp for the tank hole. It gets all the way there and I put the Invisibility spell. Now with this army, usually my main target with the Bli-zard is that tank hole. If that tank hole goes down, then everything else is a walk in the park. However, there's some bases where the tank hole is really hard to get to, or you get a lot more value if you come from the opposite side of the base. For example, let's say you get a couple of scatters and you get the eagle, then you definitely want to go for that value instead, and then you can just sui your heroes into the tank hole. I've also had it that where I send my hogs into the tank hole, put the warden ability, they survive, and the base is dead. But yeah, my main objective with that Bli-zard is for the tank hole. Once it's down, I know I've got the star and it's good to go. As you can see here, I use my Sui heroes just to create a bit of a funnel and path for my hogs to be coming in. I usually send the main pack of my hogs directly into one of the heroes so that I can also send my headhunters. I use the warden ability nice and early, and then I use the heals in the back end, and then I have like maybe 10 hogs that I can put around the base just to make sure that my main pack of hogs remain in the center. Then obviously, because the hogs only target defenses and there's a lot of buildings and a lot of cleanup, so if you do end up running into any time fails, then just bring a couple of wizards and a few miners and you might be good. So I send the blimp here for the tank hole again, and it gets rid of the expo. If you get a lot of value from your Bli-zard, this attack will crush any base. If I failed, and it not time fail but fail, is because my Bli-zard and my Sui heroes didn't get much and the hogs will die very quickly. Obviously you want to get rid of as much splash damage as you can, and yeah, for example in this base at 3 o'clock there's a bomb tower that is very easily accessible, so I just send 3 hogs there, get rid of the bomb tower, the bomb explodes and it only kills 3 hogs instead of having a massive pack of hogs going through there and taking the damage. Now my king is going for the single inferno goes down, my queen walks inside, gets rid of the enemy queen, and now she can get rid of one of the scatters. Another thing that I usually do with my hogs, if the eagle hasn't gone down with my Sui heroes or with my Bli-zard, I try sending my hogs directly into the eagle just to get it down as soon as possible. After the tank hole, I believe the eagle does the most damage to your hogs, and then obviously the scatters as well. So then they keep going around the base. The other good thing about the Bli-zard, if you have any of those bases that were meta a few months ago where they put the clan castle just next to the tank hole, then your super wizards are gonna get rid of all of those CC troops, so then you just have an extra poison spell that you can use anywhere else, and I usually use it for enemy heroes. Now here's a war attack that we had just recently, and Mido is coming in with this technique. Now he sends a lava with the blimp. Now that lava allows tanking for his blimp, and the blimp can get all the way into the tank hole, and this is something that a lot of people use if that tank hole is too far inside the base or there's a lot of targeting defenses. As you can see, the super wizards got rid of that entire compartment, so a quarter of the base is already gone. The CC got pulled as well, the headhunter and the super minions, so we can just put the poison there for the super minions. They've already done all their long shots, so they're easily accessible for the queen, Now the king and the queen go inside. They can get rid of the enemy royal champion. They got rid of an inferno. They're gonna be able to get rid of the scattershot. A few more golems come out of the clan castle, and then that's the clan castle killed. Once they get rid of this, then obviously he's got a straight line pathing and very narrow pathing for all of his hogs, which is pretty much what you want. You go directly into the eagle again, and also the enemy king is there, so he's gonna be able to send. He's got 4 headhunters with this army, so he sends 2 for the enemy king while he was tanked by the queen. And then there's the queen and the back end, so he sends his next 2 headhunters, but the queen goes down from the previous 2 headhunters, so the other ones just end up helping with the cleanup, and this base was crushed, even swagging a couple of free spells. Very nice attack by Mado. Now here we've got a very common Legend League base. Now I can see that there's a lot of value on the other side with the eagle, the expos, all that kind of stuff, but I really wanted to get that town hall down and create that path in there. Now my idea with this base was creating a funnel on the right hand side and then creating a funnel on the left hand side, and then sending my hogs in the middle straight through the channel directly into the scatters and the eagle. So that's what I was trying to do. Bringing 3 super wall breakers pretty much opens the base quite nicely for your heroes to have access to quite a fair bit of stuff, and then the 2 ice golems tank everything very nicely, like the expos and the scatter shots, they get tanked by that. Now one of the things that I'm trying to get a little bit better is because I usually send my Sui heroes and then I wait for them to die and then I send my hogs. I think if you find that your heroes have gotten the stuff that you wanted them to get, but they still have quite a fair bit of health, just send your hogs, and that way they can work in unison with your heroes, and it might allow them to stay alive for a lot longer. As you can see here, my queen is still alive and she's gonna stay alive for the rest of the raid. So that is thanks to me sending the main army through while she was still alive. So it's just something I'm trying to get a little bit better of, when can I actually send my hogs and match them with my heroes. So this base was crushed, so that idea worked, which is nice. Now we've got this one, which is a ring base. So how can you do it with a ring base? Well, you send the blimp on one of the sides. I thought I was gonna miss that sweeper, but I didn't in the end, but that's alright. The rage and the invisibility spell, they're gonna be able to move forward, get rid of that scatter shot. Now because of the invisibility spell, it was covering that single inferno, so that single inferno didn't go down. If I was a pro with hogs, I would have sent a couple of hogs into that single inferno, and that would have helped me a lot, but I didn't think of that at the time. So it's gonna be targeting on and off my heroes. That's alright, they're gonna be walking off, and now I'm sending all of my hogs in to go around in a circle. That's also gonna allow my king and queen to break through the wall and go inside, get rid of the eagle, get rid of that pesky single inferno, and then my queen is gonna be able to get rid of that town hall in the middle, putting that heal at the back, and we still have a heal and a freeze for the back end, which probably I could have swagged, but we're using it there just to make sure my army finishes and gets rid of the whole base. My acid did go down, but we still have the king, the queen, the warden, and quite a few hogs, so that was a nice attack in ring base. Now we've got this one. I think I've seen this base a few times, so I'm sending the blimp. I usually, for the Bli-zard, I have a look at where the sweepers are facing, and then I also see, okay, where's the heroes, and then where's the town hall. A lot of the time, if when you put the invisibility spells, they don't cover the heroes, the wizards are gonna get tanked by the defending heroes, and then they might not get the town hall or any of the defenses that you wanted because they needed 2 invisibility spells to be able to get rid of the king. So it's just something that just have a look at. Now the king and the queen are walking around, creating that bit of a funnel on that side. They're gonna be able to get rid of a couple of the expos in the center, and I sent all my hogs in first into that multi-inferno. So I put a heal down for that, and then one of the other things that I like doing, as soon as I pop the warden ability, I like using that rage for my hogs, and usually I use it either in the middle of the base or when they're going against the eagle or scattershot, any of those defenses that have pretty high HP and my hogs are getting damaged. Obviously I like using the warden ability and putting the rage down, and that way they can get rid of it a lot faster. Another thing with the Bli-zard, these type of bases with all these compartments, like these little channels, are perfect for it, because then that way you don't have to send the blimp directly into the tank hole. You can pop it just before it, and as you can see here, the Super Wizard chain, so as soon as they touch a defense, it will change chain to the next defense, and it has to be at least within one tile off. However, even if the building is 2 tiles off from the Super Wizard, if it's the first hit, they can still reach it. So there's a few people that believe that they have to be within 1 tile for the Super Wizards to reach it. That's not the case. The Super Wizards can reach it. It's just the chain that has to be within 1 tile between one defense and the other. But the first hit, the wizard can reach it. So here with my Sui heroes, I managed to get rid of the eagle as well, which is lots of value, and creating a bit of a path. If you see something like this where there's a few defenses on the side, then just send a few hogs there just to trim those defenses and just to make sure that your main group of hogs will remain in that line, and try not to make it too wide, and that way you get more control of your hogs and you get easier setup of your spells, your heals, your rages. It will target a lot more of your troops if you have a narrow path rather than a wider path. And as you can see, it just demolishes the bases. I've been using this on both of my accounts, and I've been getting triple after triple after triple after triple. Like, it's a very strong attack. I think after witches, this has been the next strong attack that I've seen show up. I've tried this one with hybrid as well, and it was really strong, but I believe the hogs are a lot stronger. The only downside to just using mass hogs is the cleanup. So as I said, if you have that the time fails that I sometimes get, just bring a few more wizards, less hogs, and you'll be sweet. Obviously keep those wizards, because another thing that I started doing is I start putting the wizards for funneling and everything, but the wizards are for cleanup, so they're not for funneling. If you need funneling, then either use the Yeti or bring a few wizards for funneling, but make sure that you still have wizards at the end, otherwise you'll definitely time fail. So over here we created the funnel, all the hogs going in. I've got a group that's going on the side, which I'm healing, and then I've got another one that is going directly into the tank hole. I put the freeze down since I didn't want to use my warden ability just yet, and even then I used it a little bit too early, so they took the blast, so I had to put that last heal there just to make sure that they heal back up. Now the hogs, if they're within the warden aura and they go through the tank hole blast and they're full health, they won't die. So if you put a heal down, they will just heal back up. However, if they're by themselves, if they're not within the warden aura and the tank hole blast goes off, then they will die. So that was another one. Now here we got this one, and as you can see, we've got a couple of expos there. I've got a scattershot, I've got the CC. So I can't reach the town hall, but I can reach all of those defenses, which also give me a good pathing. So all the super wizards go there, they trigger the CC, they get rid of that scattershot. There's a couple of ice golems, so I just put another super wizard down south just to bring them down. Now I start my king and my queen. They can get rid of the defenses in that compartment, and then once they go down, I can use my super wall breaker so that they go inside that compartment and get rid of the enemy queen, and then my king can trim the defenses on the outside, and that will push my queen inside. She's also getting tanked by the ice golems, so that helped me a bit since it allowed my king to trim more of those buildings just to make sure that my queen only has one way to go, and that's inside into the town hall. So I'm just waiting for her to go into the town hall. Now that I know that she's in the town hall, Then I can start with my hogs, which I start here. I send a few to the sweeper, a couple of Teslas pop out, but that's alright. The queen gets rid of the tank hole and triggers the tornado trap as well. Use the warning ability nice and early with the rage. Put the heal down where the multi-inferno was. Put the last heal there as well where the single inferno and the last multi-inferno is. And my royal champ is just trimming the defenses on the outside, the hogs on the other side, and then they're gonna meet up in this cannon, and then that's just cleanup. As you can see, mass hogs are nuts, like they're so strong. I tried it with hybrid and I think mass hogs is even stronger. Just need to have the cleanup, as I said. You really need to have that, otherwise town fails will happen. Well, that's it from me. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time with more Clash. See ya.